Hi guys, Isabella here and welcome back to the channel. So today's video, two things. One, I'm holding my mic right now. I think I'm going to be doing that for a while until I just find a new mic boom. Mine's kind of messed up, so I'm working with it. Two, my hair is kind of put up. Full transparency, I'm literally getting ready to go out, but I misread the time, right? And I was like, shit, I actually don't need to be getting ready right now. So I'm letting my hair chill in my makeshift curlers pinned up, whatever. I really don't know how this is going to turn out. So crossing my fingers and hope for the best. I actually decide, you know what? New year, new training. Snuck into a Zoom call. Wow. Okay. So we're going to react to a Zoom call that I snuck into because if you guys know, the MLM Zoom calls, especially the New Year ones, I swear to God, they give you the biggest emotional high and some of the juiciest shit comes out of it. So I'm excited to hop in. Before we get into today's video though, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell button down below. My vlog channel, podcast, and everything else is in the description below. Let's get into it.
Good things are happening right now. I know we can feel the energy, the excitement. And one of the things, like I think every year leading up to a new year, we're ready for that fresh start. And I just think it's something that we have to have. We have to start fresh. We need a clean slate. And for me personally, like I had a call with my team yesterday and all of my leaders are feeling the same. We want a fresh start. And like, we mean it this time, like fresh start, new beginning, let's go. And we're here for this. And this morning, whenever I was sharing, I shared Julie's reel to my stories. And I was just kind of thinking back, like, how can I connect and post this and have it something meaningful? And I went way back, guys. I went back to 2015 in my mind of when I first started this and when I said yes to this and when I was excited all over again. Because this excitement right now at the beginning of the year, guess what? In 3 weeks, it might be gone. You might have a bad day. You might be feeling like you don't want to do this. And we have to go back and remember what it felt like when we were excited in those moments. So I went way back. I was like in the archives of thinking in my brain, okay, like 2015, I was so excited for my business. And it wasn't until a few months in. And I just remember like seeing Julie and meeting her. And, then fast forward a couple years, things started shifting in my business. Julie was an inspiration to all of us and an inspiration to all of us. We followed in their footsteps. We were wanting to do what they were wanting to do. And that's why a lot of leaders and people that have been here since the beginning are still here because they remembered what it felt like in the beginning. And that's something that you guys have to remember when you guys start this business and when you guys bring new people into this business, you have to remember what it felt like when you first started and why you said yes, because that's what matters. And that's what you have to share your story over and over again. I still share my story from when I started day one years ago. And I know I'm going off track, but this is important. So fast forward a little bit. When I was on stage sharing my story in 2016 in Seattle, and I will never forget this, when Julie came up to me and said, "Oh my gosh, your story inspired me so much. I had no idea that about you." And I was just like, oh, like had a little bit.
I actually think that the stories, especially how they're encouraging for you to share your story, I think it's very significant when it comes to the new year. For example, full transparency on my Instagram, actually, I posted up a new year video. You guys can check it out. I'll have it in the description below. I pretty much talked about my past several years and I talked about my growth and how 2021 was like getting rid of the old. 2022 was pretty much like growing, trying to figure myself out more. And 2023, I'm like, oh bitches, we're going hard. Like that was my thing. And so those types of things, even the comment section, it's a motivational thing that gets you really excited. And especially with the new year, a lot of people have a big high of motivation there, especially, which makes them want to start going to the gym, make them want to start something new Year's resolutions. And this falls under that category. So right now, a lot of people are aware, especially any company for that matter, is aware that a lot of people have that emotional high from the new year, which it can change your fucking life. However, that is going to be used heavily, especially with these stories, because these stories are going to add to that high and get people to join the MLM. And one, I truly think that their stories are a manipulation tactic. We're listening from a top leader telling us about how her story impacted people. Most of the people inside of MLMs, for like in general, majority of them don't have a story that's like hugely impactful. So what I want to know is, are they pretty much manipulating their own story and experience, which I feel to believe is true, or are they like telling somebody else's story? For example, like for me, let's say if I was in Monet right now, okay? Let's say if I was in and I haven't made any money and I don't have a story, am I going to make something up essentially to get someone interested in joining my team? Or am I going to tell my upline story? You know what I mean? And so they're talking about the significance of stories. Yeah, because when you hear people going from broke, depressed, miserable, to, oh my God, I'm a millionaire. Yeah, it's going to make people interested in what you have to do. But that's why I talk about this, because we need to encourage people to critically think about some of these stories, because some of these stories can be flat out bullshit.
More of a relationship then, but it just like you guys have to continue sharing your story on why you said yes. You cannot let that fire die inside of you. You've got to come bring it in together in community with your teammates, with your uplines, with your sidelines, people that aren't even on your team. You've got to share that. You have to share those stories because the stories are what's matter. It's what brings people into this. It's what brought me into this. I wouldn't be here if my upline didn't share her story with me and said, I know you're in a place of where you don't want to be. Like, let's rewrite this story because this opportunity can do that for you.
That's exactly what I hate is the concept of you need to rewrite your story. And it's so emotionally manipulative because like I get it. So many people want to change their lives, make adjustments. Like there's just so many different people in our world today that want so badly to make changes, especially with the economy and the financial situation that so many people are involved with right now. Yeah, people want to change that desperately. And it's so heartbreaking when people are in a desperate situation and are struggling and you're manipulating a story essentially and claiming that they can literally get out of that their lives can be changed, that they can rewrite the story, that they owe their kids this. That's why they should join Monet. This is nasty.
Because this opportunity can do that for you. And I have done that ever since. Now we've had a wave of business up and down, but this year, guys, make it your year. You can make this business whatever you want it to be. You stay consistent in this, you stay together and with your team, stay connected and in community, you will rise together. Okay. All right. So I had to throw that in there because I was just feeling it. And now we're going to get to the nitty gritty. Okay. So many good things. Raise your hand if you've printed off this month's little product. What's it called? The toolbox thing, whatever it's called. I forget. It's in your resource library. Print this off. Okay. Every single month. It has everything listed right here. Okay. If you don't have a printer, screenshot it and make it your favorites photo or something. I don't know. Okay. Library, like 10 cents to print something. Print it off so you can see it. Like Anne said, on paper. I'm telling you guys, when things are on paper, it just connects with you a little bit differently than digitally. Okay. So super block bonuses, product packs. Like what? Like what? I will never forget. So it was Monations Columbus, I think it was. Yeah, it was Columbus. And I remember talking to Laura Garrett. I don't know if she's with us or not. I haven't seen her in a while, but I remember telling her, I was like, we need different product pack options. I'm telling you, we are missing the mark on so many opportunities because people have to spend more money to get a product pack to come into this business because these product packs, what we have, and we know it's hard to like be a one size fits all with just a pack, but I'm like, people have to spend more money. And it's something that maybe some people can't invest extra in, but they're getting products and they're needing to buy more. And these
Okay, I actually really fuck with what she's saying right now. That's something I actually would love to discuss, the product pack issues within MLM. So again, this is going to vary per MLM, but Monet has it to where it's fucking expensive to start with. It just really is. And it's not really like customizable or versatile for each individual person, which honestly gives me the ick because it's like, hey, if you want someone to start their own business that you're going to claim, why wouldn't you have it to where it's customizable so that way they can get every single thing that they want that makes the most sense for them? It just, I've seen other MLMs actually have it to where they do have more customizable options, which is great. But at the end of the day, you're still getting involved with the same concept and problem about an MLM that's going to fail you. I completely agree with her on this. So I wonder what Monet is doing to change the issue.
so the customizable product packs are just so hard to do. And I'm like, for me personally, because my niche is curlies, that's what my niche is. It's something that, okay. That's what my niche is. I said every curly person that joins my team, they have to get a different conditioner. They have to add on some styling products. And I said, this is an investment that's costing them a lot more than what they initially thought they were going to have to invest in. And they heard us and they were trying. And like Stuart said, if you guys listen to that call, it's taken years for them to get this. So we have to run with this. Okay. Almost every.
You mean the owner? Sorry, I'm literally mid taking my hair out. I don't care. You mean the people that created this god awful company was like, we've worked really hard to make a fucking option to order product packs that are customizable? That's not hard. That's called changing a listing and adding some new stuff and, instructions in the warehouse. I mean, I don't know, maybe tedious, but working for your customers, what? And I hate this. With a lot of MLMs, they do these like limited offer or limited time options where if they have something really good that's like actually beneficial to the customer, for example, having more accessible starter kits, it's limited time offer. Even during like the summertime when they had Monations, they had it to where it was limited time only to grow in the ranks without needing a team, which would have been smart to do for the longest time because then they wouldn't be caught up in being a pyramid scheme.
Every single person I enrolled, I was like, you're going to need to add on another conditioner because this is not going to be enough for you. And it was just like that icky kind of feeling thing, unless if they were getting the big, overachiever pack. So anyway, Customizable packs are here. And this is how this works. It's so simple. I challenge you all. I challenged my team yesterday. I was doing this all morning. I got into my phone, monicahobbs.mymonate.com. Join now. Let's check out the packs. If I was a new person and I had no idea what the site looked like, how simple is this for me? You guys, it is so simple and it works and it's a smooth process. And I'm so excited that we don't have to jump through hoops to try and figure out all the things because it's so simple. And even Stuart said that too. Like, it's so simple. It is. Go to your website, go click join now, go pick a pack, go customize it. You guys can pick from so many different options. I pulled it up. Actually, it might be gone now. But anyway, yeah. So on these customizable packs, you can customize 3 of the packs, I believe. I have it written down. You can customize the packs and you can pick a system, not all of our systems, but enough systems to where this is going to be perfect for anyone, where they don't have to add on any like extra conditioner and things like that. It's perfect. Now, they might need some styling products or something different if they want to, add a little bit more things.
Okay, so it looks like they are trying to be catering to actual customers now, which is quite interesting to me. So we've literally seen the past year, Monet has been doing a little bit more when it comes to the effort in the products and quality and things that they have to offer. I personally think it's a desperate run. I also think it's another desperate way of getting more people to join the company. Remember, we've literally seen thousands of people leave Monet. That's a drastic drop compared to what they are used to. So I think that they're doing a lot in order to get people interested. And it blows my mind how this is like, these people celebrate the bare minimum with these companies. Why is it so exciting to me that you're making a customizable option for clients? Because yeah, and that's something I think that we should talk about more, about how there's so many times where these starter kits or packs are not really beneficial to some people or products that they can necessarily use. So you're buying a starter kit to join the MLM, yet you're putting money down the drain and you need to buy more in order to get stuff that's actually catered to your needs.
So they get to add on the system. And then they can also add on a bonus system if they want to. So these bonus systems, I was like, that's sweet. And it pops up and it's kind of like, they don't miss it and they can opt out. They don't have to pick on the little bonus pack too, but they can if they want to. And that's a junior line. It's the men's skincare line. There's wellness. And then there's the body care line too. And how nice is that? So if you've got someone, I don't know, there's so many options. It's hard to kind of choose because we all love everything. But if someone is really interested, give them the options and show them what they're getting. Show them the value of this too. So they can't go back and add on that bonus pack. It's like do or die. It's now or never. They have to get it whenever they enroll. So make sure that you're sharing those options with them whenever you're talking to a new prospect. Okay. So the product packs from now until the 15th, they are an additional $50 off. Okay. Also, we get more personal volume. This is great. We are getting full volume for these packs, even with the discounted rate.
So she is saying, from what I'm understanding, if I'm not understanding this correctly, let me know. She is pretty much saying, hey, look, starter kits are cheaper for people now, which is fascinating because getting people to join, of course, you want it more accessible, especially because it'll be more enticing for people to join Monet. Additionally, now, this actually might make some people have higher PV then. Still, at the end of the day, though, this is such a big incentive to recruit people if we really think about it, trying to say, oh my God, look, a starter pack, you should get the starter pack and I benefit from it more. I don't hear anything about purchasing actual products per se from a regular retail sales and having it benefit you way more than this product pack.
Through the 15th, okay? Go through the packs. They've changed. They're different. They are so, so good. Okay. I'm really excited because advanced hydration is like my favorite and it's included. And then the overachiever pack, if you guys haven't looked at that either, holy smokes, the lineup in that. It is so, so good. And we know the bigger the pack, the better the savings, the better the value. The overachiever pack does not give you the option to add on a customizable pack. There's so much in that. They're not going to need to customize that. It's already set in stone. It's good to go. Okay.
Okay. Actually, this doesn't make any sense now. So if I'm hearing this correctly, it's an additional thing to the starter kit. So meaning you have to still spend more money to get a customizable pack.
Okay. So the PV on these packs are just, it's insane. And they're already going to be like working their way towards getting active and all of that too, with not active, but towards MMP. So that personal volume for MMP. So that's pretty amazing. Okay. So I want to talk to you guys, not only the packs, but when you guys are talking to people and you're having that conversation with people, you already want to implant in their mind that, okay, you've joined. I want to show you how you can get your investment back within your first month of business at least. Okay. So whenever you bring on someone, obviously get them onboarded. There's a million different ways that you can do that with your sponsor, back office, trainings, videos. It is out there, guys. Back in the day, I didn't really have that option. We were still doing phone calls and I still do those too, but Zooms, talk with your person, see what their goals are, walk them through how to get started with these packs. we've also now introduced this super block bonus. Okay. We all know that money sets us up for success in everything that they do, and they do it for a purpose. Whatever they're doing right now is setting us up for the fall, is setting us up for holiday already right now. And it's January, you guys. They're smart at what they do. So every time they put these things into place and put it in front of you, it's to set you up for the next.
Another thing I'd like to acknowledge, it is not abnormal for a business to plan very, very far ahead. You need strategies, you need plans, you need to have some sort of idea that you can work off of. Over glorifying this, and I think this is why it really truly expresses how these big leaders just don't know what they're talking about in regard to business as a whole. That is not abnormal for people to make plans and work ahead to make sure that they're good for the quarters, and at least they have a game plan that they can work off of when it comes to sales or creating things for people. And especially because they're not doing good, actually, according to a lot of their reports, yeah, they're going to plan ahead. They're trying to get as many people as they can in. They're trying to do as well as they used to, which they're clearly not. So now a block builder bonus. Oh my God, please.
Front of you, it's to set you up for the next thing. Okay. So right now we have a new leadership trip. I'm not talking about that, but right now they have these blocks and these bonuses set up in place for you to be able to earn while you're earning the trip. Okay. So every time they do this, it's for a reason, it's for a purpose, and blocks is the foundation. You know, my word of the year, it took me a while to figure out what I wanted. And I had been thinking the last few weeks, I really want a fresh start. I ended up coming up with a different team name. It's growth and gratitude. And this year, my word of the year is growth, because we've been in a phase, we've been like my girls, my leaders, they're on here, they're working, but we're just kind of stagnant and we're ready for that hockey stick. Who's ready for the hockey stick? I know I am. So my word of the year is growth. And in order to grow, you have to sponsor market partners to build your team. It is what it is. You have to build. You have to have market partners. If you want to grow a foundation for your team and for your
New Year, same bullshit. We're looking at a pyramid scheme. Everyone keeps saying this. Again, literally, Monet is fighting this statement about we're not a pyramid scheme, even though all of their reports have been leaked. But then additionally, they keep going on. They're not even being more cautious with the way that they're wording things. They keep getting on these damn trainings that I'm having access to and being like, look, in order to even grow well and have growth and succeed, you need to keep sponsoring people. You need to keep sponsoring people. Like, this is a pyramid scheme.
And for your team and for your personal business, you have to sponsor, you have to recruit. You may not like that word, but it is what it is. If you want to rise up in this business, you have to do that. And there's so many ways. And the foundation that they've set up for us with these blocks is going to get you there. Okay. They're giving you these bonuses. They're giving you these extra things so you can grow your business and you can teach other people to do it.
Again, notice how the block bonus is about recruitment, not sales. I would actually be more excited. I fucking hate Monet, but I would be more like, ooh, thank goodness that they're coming out with bonuses about strictly retail sales. They're always coming out with different bonuses about recruiting people.
And to duplicate it quickly enough. I mean, they put in place for a reason that this promo ends the 15th. They want you to front load your month for a reason. Who knows if they bring something else along, but everything they do, they're already thinking that. They want you to be successful. So super block bonus, what is it? Now, this is an incentive from January 1st through the end of March. Guys, March is good. Every year, March is real good, okay? So we're planting a lot of seeds right now, okay, for this first quarter, and it's going to be real good come the next month after that, okay? So through March 31st, super block bonus, what is it? 10 VIP customers and 2 market partners with product packs, okay? You can do this monthly. You can do this accumulatively over the period if you want. After the block is completed, you will get a payout on the 15th of the next month for that super block that you have built. Okay. So I want to hear in the chat, how many super blocks do you guys plan on building? 10 VIP customers and 2 market partners. And I want you guys to write this down. I want you guys to share this with your upline, share it with your sponsor. So they can do this alongside it with you. Okay. So how many super blocks do you want to build? Okay. So with that, so whenever you sponsor 10 new VIP customers and 2 market partners with product packs, you get a $300 bonus. But guess what you also get? You're getting more money, because that's what we do. Not only are you going to make your at least 15% commission off of all of those VIPs, you're also going to trigger your VIP acquisition bonuses. Okay. So for every 4 VIPs, it triggers a $60 bonus. Okay. And I kind of have an example here. So with the 10 VIPs, you're getting 2 $60 bonuses. That's $120. Okay. Let's say, just for easy math purposes, we're lowballing it here. They're going to come in with the small pack and you're going to get a $50 bonus. That's an additional $100 in your pocket. Okay. So we're now adding $220 to that $300. So we're now at $520 with 12 people added to your business.
Let's actually think about this here, because we're talking about bringing on 12 people for only $580. Now, yes, $580 is pretty transformative, mind you. I think that's incredible. But think of how realistic it is to get some people VIPs and to lock them in. It's not as easy by any means. And again, nothing to do with external retail sales, which is a huge red flag. There needs to be external retail sales in order to make this actually like more non-pyramid schemey. You know what I mean? I just remind you as well that getting VIPs into a system is so unethical, because you are locked into having to buy a certain amount. Yes, you can like adjust your cart and adjust how much you can buy, like, or what types of products, but you are locked in at a bare minimum price, at least when it comes to it. And I think at least 1 to 2 times you do have to spend this amount of money, and it's a pain in the ass. I've talked to so many people where it has been so difficult to get out of the VIP program. And if you want to get out early, you have to pay a fee.
Guess what? If you're bringing on these market partners and you're teaching them to do the same thing, not only are they eligible for Smart Start bonuses on top of all of this, like they get to double dip. And I'm so jealous, because this is amazing. And this is something that you need to have the conversation with your new market partners. The money, the income that is available to them, you guys, they can earn their product pack back. And at least, depending on what they're getting, if you launch them right away, they can get that money back ASAP and get those new people.
Okay, but that's so unrealistic and odd too, because when you're like, oh, someone who's new in the company can essentially get all of the money that they spent on their starter kit back, that's still requiring a lot of conversations, bringing in a lot of VIPs, and even a lot of these leaders will say that most of the time they have gotten no's. So if most of them get no's, how much effort and how many hours is it going to take for them to earn their investment back? Think about how many hours this individual is going to have to work in order to get all that back. So again, messaging a bunch of people, probably getting a lot of no's, hosting events, still cold messaging as well, trying to get on these Zoom calls. That is a lot of time and effort here. So they're acting as if that this is an easy way of getting a return on your investment, when that's simply not the case at all.
New people going into the business as well. Okay. So not only are they doing this, you get a Smart Start matching bonus. Don't forget there's coaching bonuses whenever you guys are duplicating and teaching your people to do the same thing. There's always money on the table for you guys to make. It's just up to you if you're going to like go for it or not. Okay. So Smart Start matching bonuses as well. And then with that, you guys, you have until March to do this. Start today though, because when you start today, this is going to start getting your business into a place to start earning NLE and to start earning the other trips. You guys, guess what? Guess what's coming this fall? Passport. Guess what's going to get you there? Working your business today, not in 6 months, today. Okay. Start planting those seeds now and talking to people now, because we can earn all of these other things that are coming up every single year. It's the same cycle. Stop sleeping on this if you're sleeping on this, because the PV on the product of the month is insane. And this month it's the Frizz Fix. Go film a reel on how the Frizz Fix is beneficial. Pop this in all month long. Go live. Talk about the Frizz Fix. Save it as a live. Pop it in your feed all the time. Throw it in every other day if you want to. Frizz Fix, Frizz Fix. You're getting the double. You're getting like double PV. It's 78 in personal volume. For market partners, it costs $23. Also on sale. So the Frizz Fix is on sale. 78 in PV. That is insane.
So this is a good and bad thing. When we talk about having a product of the month, it's smart for Monet to do. But again, whenever we see something happening with Monet or any MLM for that matter, we have to think about who is this truly benefiting? Because at the end of the day, one, if there's a decent amount of PV when it comes to these products, guess who can suddenly purchase the products and get a boost in PV in order to stay active? Market partners. Many times, if there is an incentive or way to earn a trip or keep rank or stay active, a lot of the times you're buying your rank status. And especially when they offer that as an incentive, it's going to essentially, one, my personal opinion, encourage people or incentive the MLM to purchase more. But then two, it might push more people to buy in VIP. Now, yes, you can have people that are more retail customers purchase as well. But I just feel like it's going to be easier for most people, instead of trying super duper hard to get like 1 or 2 people to purchase it, in order to stay active and not disappoint your uplines, it might essentially be easier for someone to whip out their credit card in 5 minutes and purchase that product, get their personal volume, and be done with that.
This is crazy. She really did her research on everything and just the ideas that pop in. So can you feel the energy? Like, she is revamping everything this year, and I am so stoked for her and her team, because it's going to be off the chain. That's the thing, is you have to create your own energy for your team and make your game plan. Speed of the leader is the speed of the team. Okay, next up we have Julie Stevens. She's going to come in and hit us right where it counts with recruiting and getting into the activity. This year is no different. She is revamping her business and jumping all in. So Julie Stevens, take it away, my friend.
Thank you, Monica.
Oh, can you just get into this? Can y'all see my hair? It's like fucking fluffy and I'm just, you know what? I'm going to list everything that I used in my hair down in the description below. I curled my hair, I pinned it up, I sprayed this fucker with some Redken spray, I used some heat protectant, and that's about it. Oh, that's good. And by the way, my hair looks great and it's not Monet. Yeah.
Recruiters in the entire company. So I hope you guys are taking notes because that's free advice. That's pretty awesome. So, gosh, I have two things to talk about. Events, because that's what built my business, my entire business. Not just built it, but built it strong. And then the other thing is leadership, not leadership. What are they calling this? Leadership experience, not summit experience. So this is for, because I'm going to cover, hopefully all my dogs will go downstairs and not bark. Josh just walked in. Okay, this is for MMBs to MMMs. You start now. You start qualifying now. I want you guys to push for this trip. There they go. Because what you're going to get out of this is irreplaceable. It's something that will feed you for not just the whole year, but for years to come. I went to an event like this back in 2016, 2015, and it changed everything for me. Like everything. You guys, I was stagnant, about ready to not get paid as not even just a director, but not even an MMB. I was like no GV at all. I had to restart my business. This hasn't just happened once, hasn't just happened twice. It happens all the time. And if you guys have ever been in that situation.
Wait. So she just said, it doesn't happen once, it doesn't happen twice, it happens all the time. A top leader is saying that her group volume is shit and doesn't work a lot of the times, and sometimes she's not going to get paid as her rank because she doesn't do that good. What?
And not gotten yourself out of it. Hopefully I can help you get out of it. Just one second. I'm going to tell Josh to get the dog. And that's life. You guys, literally, I'm interrupted 24/7. Some of my best salon drop-offs were with my kid on my hip. Like you guys, I never felt like I was a professional in this business. I just did my best. And those events that I went to gave me a little bit of tips here and there. If you go back and look at my old Facebook posts, any of the pictures, y'all, I was just a hot mess. And I feel like I'm just getting better and better every single year. But I'm still who I am. I haven't really changed my desires a whole lot. I'm here to help people win. I'm here to help people make money, and I'm here to give people confidence and have a community where they feel like they've got a sisterhood, because sometimes that's more important than even a cash flow, right? But in times like today, cash flow is important, and we've got something to offer the world right now. So make sure you guys are pushing for the leadership summit. Only qualifications you need. So I encourage you guys to go to that. I've heard nothing but amazing things about it from everyone that went last year. Okay. I'm going to share with you guys some horrible stories. I literally had anxiety before I got on this call because I was listening to some old recordings on my phone of my salon drop-offs. Yeah, you guys think that you're scared now to face people? You guys should hear some of the conversations that I have gone through with some arrogant, very self-righteous hairdressers. You guys, I've been through so many horrid conversations. And you know what? It freaks me out to think about doing it again.
Oh boy. Oh, I know where this is going. So if you guys don't know, there's some people who will try and fuck with the salon owners, the hairdressers, all of the people that are very skilled individuals that do your hair or give you a haircut, whatever the case may be. Speaking of, I need to get a haircut. I found some split ends and that was a problem. Something I've noticed that they'll do. First of all, some people will try and get it to where somebody will sell Monet in their salon. But then additionally, some people will try and recruit hairdressers because it makes a lot of sense, right? Haircut company, getting hairdressers involved. However, a lot of people actually, even from what I've been told, if I have hairdressers in my comment section, please comment down below. I would love your feedback on this. From what I've heard is there's many hairdressers which, one, do not want to bring in an external product because they don't want to be liable if something is bad. For example, if I'm a hairdresser and someone comes in and says, hey, I want to use my Monet, and all of a sudden their fucking hair falls out, it has nothing to do with my products and them. Or just in general, trying to have a hairstylist recruit people essentially during the people's time of getting a nice luxury service, I think is so goofy to me. Don't do that, please. But I think that's what she's referring to, these really stuck up bad hairdressers. Julie, did they just tell you no? Let's be real here. Did they just simply say, hey, no, I'm not going to be a part of that shit? Doesn't sound stuck up and bad to me. No's a full sentence.
Some arrogant, very self-righteous hairdressers. You guys, I've been through so many horrid conversations. And you know what? It freaks me out to think about doing it again. But what I did back then, overcoming my fears, put me where I'm at today. I didn't have a network. I didn't have a Facebook with more than 480 friends. I didn't have an Instagram. Like I literally had no following. I didn't have an influence. I knew a couple of friends, and this business was basically good enough for me to go cold market. So that's what I did. I went cold market. I'll share with you some of these stories. So what I would do, because if you guys are always like, oh, I don't have a big following, whatever, your social media is your proof. It's your social proof of that you believe in this business, that you believe that this is an incredible product. You're not desperately trying to sell in there, but whenever you go to talk to people, they don't want to only see Monique. They want to see your character, what you believe in, what you stand for, what kind of person you are, what kind of hobbies you're into. And then also they want to know your conviction in this product. Because if you go to message someone and they're going to go scrolling on your Facebook and they only see Monate, they're going to be like, oh my gosh, one of those girls. And they might not even get to a conversation that could change their life. So it kind of just...
This is something I've noticed pick up heavily when it comes to some MLMs that are more on the desperate end, right? It's going to vary per MLM. This one specifically, though, they are pushing the concept of, and they're not saying it directly, but they're pushing the concept of becoming a content creator. For me, for example, with today's work, I'm trying to make a bunch of content. One, I don't make content just about this, but vlogging, editing, emails, talking to my management. Like that is a lot of stuff that you have to do. Finding content to create, finding stuff that is really connecting to me, and some stuff that's inspirational, sometimes stuff that's fashion, like all of it, beauty. I literally filmed like a little reel before I came in here to film this. But that is a lot of work though. But here's the thing, I do this full time. I have the privilege of doing that, waking up. One, I don't have kids, and I am able to not have to think about all these other things because this is my job. It's at home. This is what I do for a living. Most people though that are waking up, that are part of Monet, a lot of them have children actually. A lot of them even, some of them are college students. Oh God, that's a nightmare right there too. A lot of people have 9 to 5. So acting as if, well, posting a lot on social media and you need to post up stuff that's like really personal and lifestyle and have nothing to do with Monet, you're essentially trying to encourage people to become a content creator and post up all of this stuff, one, with no actual return on there, but two, you're making them turn into something that's not going to even be beneficial or about them.
Shut the door on them. Now, if they never see you post about Monate, they have no idea you're a Monate girl. Like they're going to wonder if you're really, really proud of it. So you got to find that happy medium. And I always went 80-20 rule. If I had a lot of Monate stuff to post, I better come up with 80% more of some interesting stuff that would get people.
Okay, yeah, no, I don't like this at all. You're literally trying to make someone become a content creator essentially, but they're not going to get any benefit out of it. And you're encouraging this type of behavior, but you're not really encouraging necessarily any proper strategies or anything that could really help them for that matter. So this is not doing any good for people.
Interesting stuff that would get people feeling comfortable with me. And so I networked on purpose every single day on social media and in person. Every grocery store checkout lady, every single business owner. Like the other night, I was at New Year's, right? So we were out jumping around from place to place. And one of my friends is like, that's the owner. You know what I didn't do? And I'm kicking myself so bad. I should have went up there, shook her hand, say, hi, I'm a business owner here in Summit County too. I just moved here. Just want to introduce myself. I love your space. I might want to use it in the future for an event. Do you rent it out? Boom, opening line right there. I could have gotten her information. She's a huge business owner here. I will be going back because I'm really regretting it. So that's one of my follow-ups that I have written in my planner. Anne uses her planner. This is my planner that I've used. It's called a passion planner, and you can buy them on passionplanner.com. I don't know why I just stick with it, but I've tried other ones. I just always go back to this one. I like how you can set your goals, but I love being able to see what I did that month. You know why? Because on my activities for the month, I can usually tell what my paycheck will be for the next 3 months. I could tell if my paycheck was growing. Monkey see, monkey do. If I'm doing the do, my team will do the do.
Okay, yeah, you can tell how well your paycheck is going to be probably because you know you have a downline, as per what the other people have said on this damn Zoom call. If you know you have a downline, if you know you're doing your best, of course, if you have a downline that's working and doing stuff, especially with this new year high, yeah, you could probably tell, oh, I'm going to get a pretty fat paycheck this time.
That will do the do. The do was events. So whenever I introduce myself to people, whenever I'm messaging people, it always goes to the events, you guys. I can get someone to probably buy my product, but if you don't see them in person or have an event, it doesn't stick. Like you can build and build and build and build, but if you're not going to see those people in person, show them how to use it in person. And you guys, my first, like if I even got an appointment with someone, I would take the products in there and it was story time. Just like Monica said, it was story time. I'm going to say, this is how I found the product. And then this is how you use the product. So I would talk about, this is how you shampoo. I know it's weird, but it's super concentrated because it's botanically based. Whenever I'd go into the leave-in conditioner, I'd say, you want to towel dry your hair, but this is going to reduce your blow dry time. You don't get paid for blow dry time. So this is going to reduce that. And it's a restorative leave-in conditioner. So it's going to restore the hair.
If you're having to break this down to a hair, I'm sorry, but I feel like that's probably why some hairstylists would be annoyed with you, because you're breaking down a product as if they probably couldn't figure that out on their own due to the fact that they have a lot of knowledge and capability. If we're going to be real here, most of the products as well have a fucking description right at the front. Let's play Kahoot. Anyone want to guess what for defrizz means? What do you think that's going to do? Is it going to A, frizz up your hair, B, super frizz up your hair, C, defrizz your hair, or D, none of the above? Yeah, no shit. Honestly, no wonder some hairdressers are probably getting the ick, because they're like, you're explaining a product to me. Okay, I get it. Like, I know how to figure that kind of stuff out. It would irk me a little bit having someone who does not have the understanding of hair as I would. I'm pretending to be the hairstylist. Having someone who has no education background on hair, anything like that, trying to hairsplain to me how these products are supposed to work for me.
That's the kind of things that I was telling people whenever I was dropping off products, whether it was with a salon owner or my next door neighbor or just anybody that I was dropping off the product with. It was a story time of telling them about the product, how to use it at the same exact time. So I would talk about the oil. I'd say, this oil will go through all the layers of your hair. I mean, you don't want to put it in plastic. The molecule's that small, it will go through the plastic. You can imagine what it does on your hair. So I would just go through stuff like this, and I would just...
That logic actually makes no fucking sense. You don't want to put an oil on this plastic because it will burn through it, but put it on your hair. Like, I don't know, maybe it's just me, and again, I'm lacking in the hair department knowledge, so someone can explain that, but that kind of, I don't know. That sounds like,
Basically, be myself, but I would dress professional. I would have the right information in hand, and I wouldn't take up too much of their time. Every single person I did this with. And you guys, I would try to jet out of there sometimes real fast, but some of these like drop-offs took like an hour and it wasn't fun. It was them literally bashing and beating me up, like basically saying, why would I do an MLM? Why would I do this? You guys, yeah, that's the most terrifying thing, right? All these questions getting thrown at you. Overcome the fear and just answer the questions the best you can. You're gonna get hit around if you're wanting to go big. You're going to get doors smashed in your faces.
Yeah, this is kind of the us versus them mentality that's kicking in with the cult mentality, in my opinion, where they're like, you're going to expect this. They're going to not like you. This is what they're going to do. And while, yes, if you want to grow in anything, there's going to be more people that just like, yeah, okay, I get that logic. I feel like they're pushing this to an extent and being so hardcore about like, people are going to tell you no. They're going to call this a pyramid scheme. You don't believe them. You keep just moving on to the next person. It doesn't matter. Okay, well, facts also matter a little bit, babe.
Sucks. I still cry about it sometimes, but you know what? My bank account ain't crying and my team ain't crying. So I'm here, they're there, and I still want them on my team, even if they don't see that vision. So the whole point is there's a veil that is in between someone who's been to...
Why do you want people who clearly don't want to be a part of your bullshit? Why do you want them a part of your team? Well, they just don't see it now, but they'll like it later. Coercion. Weirdo. Harassment. Let's leave that in 2022.
Someone who hasn't been to an event or tried the products. Our job is to be a salesperson and drop the veil for them. How do we get them to see what this is like on the other side? Most people want to be listened to, and they do want to be sold. They want to buy your products. That you just need to give them a good enough reason to do it. Make it cut, dry, and simple. If people don't want to do the network marketing thing, cool, you should be a VIP customer or retail the product. I've had people do that too, where they buy bundles and then people will take it out their door. I just basically cater to their needs. Not every hairdresser liked the MLM thing. They were completely thrown off. And guess who one of those people were? Sarah Reed. I think she's made $3 million now, you guys. She was one who wanted to shut the door in my face. I tried so hard to get her. I didn't give up. I took my time. And then when all else failed, I took my daughter in to go see her. She couldn't say no with my little kid there, right? So I just tried and tried and tried. And you guys.
So a top leader is saying someone kept denying them. And then she brought in her child into the hairdresser because, oh, she couldn't tell the child no. So therefore she had to. That is so nasty. That is literally so manipulative. If you have to pressure someone to be a part of something, it is not that good. I will say this forever. Your marketing sucks or your company sucks if you are not able to display something and for people to actually be interested in that, for example. If you have to keep pushing the value so much and people still don't see it, it is not good enough then. In this scenario, it is because what is offered is not good enough.
It wasn't easy, but I have zero regrets. I've learned so much along the way, and I learned to just brush off the stuff that didn't serve me. If their answers didn't serve me, if they were like, no, I don't see why I would do what you do. No, my friend did that. It doesn't work. Oh, it makes your hair fall out. Okay. Don't be afraid to answer these questions. Don't be afraid to face them head on. Be prepared. Be ready. And there's a saying when it comes to like snowboarding and one wheeling and stuff, you don't dress for the ride, you dress for the slide. That means get ready to fall. Put your elbow pads on, put your helmet on. This stuff is going to make you toss around a little bit emotionally, physically. You might be on too many planes. You guys, if you want to be a director, you got to do the things that the directors do. I was on a plane 5 or 6 times a month doing events.
Hell no. Okay, so now we're talking about if you want to become a director, do what they do. And so she's talking about live events. So this is very frequent. I've seen even Monet doing this. Many other companies do this to where they host live events and they have a lot of their leaders or their leaders fly out to be there or be a part of it. And the fact that she's vocalizing how she would be on flights very frequently just to be a part of this kind of stuff in order to hit that, imagine how much that was going to cost. Also encouraging this type of behavior for people who are struggling financially, that is not okay. Oh my God.
Once where I rank advanced, there was an event almost every single day. And I know Kendall Weldon did one every single day of the month that she hit SED. And it was February 28th. There was only 28 days in the month. She did an event every single day and sometimes twice a day. It's not an easy gig. The rewards are huge. So how do you drop the veil to show those other people? Well, for me personally, I had to get good at reading people. So that's why I recorded all of these stinking salon visits, because I would walk out of there after I'm like shaken and nervous and just like, oh my gosh, I don't even know what just happened. I think I blacked out the whole time. You know, I would go back and I'd re-listen because I'd be like, oh, this was their main concern. Oh, okay, this was a concern. Because I had a follow-up with everybody. There's always a follow-up. There's no no's. Unless it's a hard no, there's always a follow-up. So I would go back through and I'd listen to our conversations. And I have so many with Sarah. Me and Sarah would go into the car and we'd brainstorm and how did that go? What do you think? Did I seem that nervous? All these things, right? It was really fun with a running buddy. And if you don't have a running buddy, that's a perfect excuse to recruit one today. You guys, I had to recruit my running buddy. I didn't sign up in the business with one. Anne made me hers. Kyla was mine. I have running buddies constantly. Now who's my running buddy right now? It's Josh. He's the one who's going to be driving me around, you know? So I'm just going to make it work out. He already said he would. So I'm excited about that. But you just find someone who gets into your groove, because nobody is going to run faster than you on your team. If you want your team to grow, they want to see you do it first. They've got to see you do it first. They got to see that you were nervous. They got to see that you screwed up. I got way more no's than yeses, you guys. Those yeses led me to $15 million in team commissions. You guys should be so incredibly proud of yourselves for being a part of that. And Monica, she's not on my team, but she was a part of that. She was a part of my motivation, my inspiration to keep going every single day. So if you guys don't have a team under you that inspires you, you've got it right here on this Zoom. You guys have it. So I just clung on to that. So you have to drop the veil. Storytelling. This is where I was when I found the business. This is where I am today. And if you don't have a big today story, you tell them with 100% conviction on where you're going, because that's what I had to do. I didn't have a story when I started. The first week in this business, I did probably 400 conversations, you guys. We had 80 people on our team in 6 days. Like, I talked to so many people, it was ridiculous. We got a lot of no's, but the yeses were worth it, right? So however you're going to prospect, you got to drop the veil with storytelling where you are, share someone else's relatable story, and then figure out, and this is the other hint, big hint. I read The 4 Color Personalities of MLM by Dale, no, who is it? Big Al Schreider.
Okay, I hate this now, talking about the different types of personalities and how to recruit someone. So, okay, I understand knowing your target demographic and knowing how to sell to someone and what they need. Okay, that makes sense. That's fine. It's a different story when you try and pinpoint their really weak spots and something that will emotionally trigger them to get them interested in making an emotional decision to join this MLM.
Little bitty book it's like, how do you say it? It's like comedy. It's comedy learning. Perfect up my alley. Read it a million times. Practice it. Here's the deal. This book is not for you to judge other people and what color they are, because you could be wrong. It's so you can communicate with them. Now, for some people, Mandy Evans is my favorite story. When I got on the phone with her, she said she'd give us 15 minutes, maybe. Got on the phone with her and I'm like, she's a red. She's totally a red. So we're going all in red combo. Girl, it's big money. Girl, big trips. Girl, big recognition, all this stuff. You can do this so good and all this. And oh my gosh, one 15-minute conversation turned into an hour later. And then she was still saying no, but still on the phone. And then she turned on me and went completely yellow. Not even kidding. She was like, I'm already successful, but my sisters could really use this. I want to do this for my sisters. And I was like, oh my gosh, I would have had her like an hour ago if I just knew she was a yellow. Because you got to speak their language. You got to get on that page with them. Yellows want to help. They're big.
Damn, listen to all this effort that's being put into just recruiting someone onto a fucking team and convincing them and manipulating them into thinking that this is a good idea for them. Like, literally, how exhausting is it to read books, to learn how to talk to people, to host a bunch of events, maybe possibly get on flights apparently to other outside events because that's what directors do. This is a waste of time. And then what if those people that you recruit on the team decide to jump ship and opt to a different MLM, which is funny enough, a video I'm going to be talking about here soon about a ton of people from multiple MLMs, thousands of downlines just disappearing from one person. That's insane. What happens then? No, this isn't stable and ridiculous. So we're going to stop this right here because that was a lot, and what we could get a good little taste of what they are teaching some people when it comes to the new year and what they're pushing, talking about storytelling, pretty much how to manipulate people by how they work and how they function, and then live events apparently, which is just nasty. So that was it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next video. Stay glowing, my beautiful queens. Love you. Bye.